Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking this video. My name is Susan and this is SD Atelier. In this video, we'll be creating this beautiful cowl neck and a slight bishop sleeve. I call it slight because it's not that voluminous, but it's equally beautiful. If you're interested, please follow along. To start, I have my basic bodice here extended to the hip line. This is the front bodice and here is the back. So the working will start from the front. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to close the shoulder dart. This shoulder dart, I'm going to close it. And to close it, I will need to first slash this center line to the bust point. If you don't know how to draft these basic bodies, I'm going to leave the link down in the description box below. So after slashing, I'm going to fold the dart legs. I overlap it on each other. Then I'm going to use my masking tape to hold it down. The next thing now is to create my slash line. To create this slash line, you can be creative about it. In this case, I'm just going to create about 3 lines. You can make it more and you can stop anywhere you want the fullness of the drape to stop. So in this case, I'll just come here. I'm going to draw a line like so, then come up, draw a line. Then I'm going to come down around this area. I'm going to draw a line. You can go lower, you can go up to the waist. It depends on how full you want the drape to be. But I'm going to stop here. So now I'm going to slash the lines. I'm going to slash the lines very close to the edge, but I'll make sure I did not cut it off totally. Here I have it placed on another pattern paper. I'll make sure this edge here is aligning with the edge of the new pattern. All right, I'll place it like this, and then now also make sure the edge of the neck also is touching here, this area of the pattern paper. Then I'll spread it. I'll just set it well like so. Okay, it does not matter if this is shooting out. What matters is just the edge of the neck to touch the upper part of the pattern paper here. To touch the upper part of the pattern paper, I'll spread it well, then I'll mask it down. Where you place the neck point on the pattern also depends on how deep you want the cowl to be at the front. Here I have 13 inches, can be lesser and can be more. You can shift it backwards so that you have more, maybe 14, 15. But here I have 13, so I'll just mask it down now. All right, so now this dart here, I will not stitch it while sewing. I'll just use it as freeness. It will add to the freeness of the top. So the next thing now is just to cut it out. Don't forget to cut this part of the neck that is shooting out of the new pattern. Just cut it straight and we're done. So it's now time to place on my fabric, then add the necessary sewing allowances. I want to show you how I'm going to place this front on my fabric. This fabric is folded into two. All right, so I'm going to leave space up for facing. I'm going to leave about 6 inches. You can make it more, maybe like 8, it depends. So it will not show when the drapes fall at the neck area. Then I'll just align this edge. I'll place it like so, then I'll pin it down. Here, after pinning it down, I went ahead and added the necessary seam allowance. This is the shoulder, added half an inch. The armhole, added half an inch. Then here, added 2, and I'll just stitch 1.5. So the half is going to add to the fullness because I want the top to really be free. Then here, I use a 1 inch at the bottom. So to cut now, the 6 inches I added up, I'm going to fold it backward like so. Then I'm going to cut it. I'll trace the seam allowances. And here is the back cut out. I added 2 inches here to the side, half here, half here, half here at the neck area. Then I also cut facing to turn the neck area. Before removing the pattern paper from this front area, I'll first notch here so I will know where the fold is starting from. That is the facing at the neck area. After notching, like this, and I'll remove the pattern paper. So we're going to start the stitching from the back. After removing the pattern paper, I'm going to open the back. The back is also cut on fold. Okay, then I'm going to place the facing at the neck area like so. All right, then I'm going to stitch it on half an inch like this, then I'll be back. I'm done stitching the facing on the neck area, so the next thing now is to snip it. All right, so now I'm going to pack the seam allowance. I'll pack it to the facing, then I'll understitch very close to the seam like so. I'm done under stitching. You can actually trim the seam if you want it to be flat at the neck area. All right, so I'm going to push the facing to the back like so. Then I'm going to use stitch to hold the facing and the main fabric together at the shoulder area. Now I'll take the front. Remember we notch the facing side, that's the 6 inches extension. So I'm going to look for the notch area. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to match this notch area to the neck area of the back. I hope you're getting it. Just match it up like so. Then right side facing right side. All right, I'm going to turn it this way to the back. Is like an insertion. Okay, I'll set it together. Then I'm going to stitch on half an inch at the shoulder. I'm going to do the same to the other side also. I'm done stitching, so I'll just turn it. Okay, you can see that it's looking neat. I'll do the same to the other side also. I'll just turn it. Okay, so here is the front area. All right, so now I'm going to turn it inside out. I want to stitch the sides, so I'll just match the sides together, both front and back like this. Then I'll stitch on 1.5. I'll do the same to the other side also. I'm done stitching the sides. Okay, the hem here I added 1 inch. So to stitch it, what I'm going to do is just to roll it twice, half an inch like so twice, and I'll stitch it all round. And here it is. I'm done with the bottom, and look at the neck, is looking nice. So the next thing is to create the sleeve. To create the sleeve, I'm going to use my basic sleeve block. If you don't know how to draft it, I'll leave the link down in the description box below. Here I have it, so I'm going to create some lines, then I'll slash it to create the bishop sleeve. To create the line, I'm going to divide the space from the center line by 2. I'll do the same to the other side. Note that this is a sleeve block, so it does not have seam allowances yet. So I'll just get the midpoint, I'll put a dot like so, then come to the other side, also get the midpoint, and I'll put the dot at the midpoint. Right, then I'll connect the line to the sleeve cap. Note that you can have as many lines as you want, but I'm having just 3 lines because I have limited fabric. So the next thing now is to slash the lines very close to the edge. Here it is spread on my fabric. You can actually do this on the pattern paper first before you now place it on your fabric, but I've already done it here on the fabric. Then I added the necessary seam allowances. Let me explain what I did. At this side I added 1.5, then here at this upper part half inch, then here 1.5 inch also, then at the bottom I added 1.25 because I'm going to roll it twice to insert my elastic. Then the spreading here, I spread it by 2.5 inch. Then here, because there's a center line here, I spread this part by 5 inches. Then here 2.5 inches also, and that is all. So the next thing now is to cut out. After cutting, I'm going to remove the pattern. I'll be working on the hem first. So coming to the hem area, we added 1 1/4, so I'll just fold 1 1/4 like this inward, then roll half inward. All right, then I'm going to stitch very close to the edge, then I'll do the same to the other side. All right, so I'm done stitching. Now I want to cut the elastic. So the first thing, I'll measure the wrist circumference. Here I have about 7 inches. Then the side seam allowance, 1.5 on each side, making 3. 3 plus 7, that's 10. Then I'm going to minus 2 inches from it, that's 8. So I'm going to measure 8 inches like so. I'll cut it. Then I'll cut another one for the second sleeve. I'm minusing the 2 inches so it will be firm when I wear it at the wrist side. After cutting the elastic, I'm going to use my safety pin to insert it into the hole at the wrist area. I have my safety pin here, pin on one edge. Okay, then I'm going to insert it. I'm going to use another pin to hold the other edge of the elastic to serve as a stopper. Okay, so now I'll take it to my machine, just stitch it down to hold the elastic in place. I'll do the same thing here. Then afterward, I'm going to fold it like this, right side facing right side, and I'll stitch on the seam allowance. I'll do the same to the other side. Here it is stitched down. At this point, please don't forget to weave the edges before you insert it to your armhole. So now I'm going to turn it inside out. I'm going to take the top. Now I want to insert the sleeve, so I'll turn it inside out. Don't forget to weave all the raw edges. So now I'm going to insert the sleeve. The right side, I'll push it inward like so. Okay, then I'm going to match it up. The shoulder, I'm going to match it up with the center of the sleeve. Okay, then seam to seam, I'll make sure I open the seam flat like so. Then I'll stitch round. I'll do the same to the other side. After inserting the sleeve, here it is on my dress form, looking nice. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to support me by subscribing, like, and also share. You can also hit the notification bell so as to get notified when I upload new videos. Till I come your way again, bye for now.